Now, this following information is from Zero Hedge. Bankrupt mortgage lenders unveil the zero money down friends and family mortgage. When I saw the headline, I hadn't read it yet, obviously. Oh, that's an interesting one. It sounds like it already sounds video worthy. And then it went, a little sound went off right here. Ding. Oh, I think I'm going to rename that to the jsnip4 loan. The new jsnip4 loans coming to a country near you. Matter of fact, a couple different countries, a few different countries. Just call it the Western world, if you will. But for this purpose, again, we're in America. I like to talk American. This is for Americans, because this is a Fannie Mae is an American mortgage giant. Now, first, you're probably asking, what is a jsnip4 loan or jsnip4 mortgage? Well, let me say it to you like this: a jsnip4 mortgage is the kind when someone defaults on their mortgage loan because they found the banks were committing fraud, decide to fight them, won a settlement agreement, and or down on their luck, person got foreclosed on, economy sucks thanks to the jobs being shipped overseas and the rotten politicians making it worse. No fault of your own. In other words, you didn't fight them. You just down on your luck, lost the house, had to walk, but now my credit sucks. Now my credit sucks. In either scenario, your credit sucks. How am I going to get a loan? It's going to be years. Oh my gosh. And I said a long time ago, I said it, when you have a financial system that is by and for the banks, and those banks have to loan money to people to be in business, and the pool of good credit people is starting to, this is the good credit, this is the bad credit. The pool starts to do this. It doesn't take much. Like, it doesn't have to do this. It just starts to noticeable change. Uh-oh. These are all people we could loan to, but we can't. They don't meet the credit criteria. Oh, that had a foreclosure. That one had a short sale. That one had this, bad credit. Can't. Nope. No loan officer in the world. It's against corporate policy. You're not getting a loan until your credit gets cleaned up. However, good credit people in the population, bad credit people. Uh-oh, we got Houston, we got a problem. Enter the jsnip4 loan. And as I was saying previously, what I was talking about that I said previously was that when the economy, the financial system depends, mainly the financial system, banking institutions, depend on giving out loans to stay afloat, just for them to stay in business. That whole chart that they normally would look at and say, well, you're not approved, you are approved, they're going to have to rewrite the rules a little bit, which means people with crappier credit will be getting loans. People who could never get a loan before will be getting loans. And that's exactly what's happened. Now, I hadn't been able to get a credit card over about $500 in my name because of my foreclosure problem. And I got one, used it a few times, paid off, used it a few times, paid off. So they lent a jabroni some money. They gave me a credit card. Capital One. Shout out. What's in your wallet? What is in your wallet? Capital One hooked the brother up. Not that I really needed it, but I thought to myself, well, if they're giving it to me and I have a chance to help my credit go a little higher while I'm dealing with a foreclosure, why not? So I did. And your JSNIP, your credit's been approved to go a little higher, 700, 750, something like that. No, no kidding. And then I got another Capital One card offer, 26 or so $100, maybe it's 2,700. Capital One card pre-approved. Oh, no, this is one of those ones that you say you're pre-approved, and then I call. Oh yeah, mistake. We weren't talking about you, even though we sent it to you. One of those deals. Am I approved? Actually, you don't even have to call. Just get online, press this number. We know who you are. Oh, let me log in. Yep. You're approved. Done. Card will be mailed to you. Maybe there's a glitch. Nope. Card came in the mail. Now I've got a $750 credit limit, which is paid off, and a $2,700 credit limit on another Capital One card with great 0% interest rates for a year or whatever the hell it is. 27 plus 700, Capital One. They know my credit rating, obviously. They know my score. They know my bankruptcy issue. or not bankruptcy, excuse me, foreclosure. I don't know if I said bankruptcy earlier. I meant foreclosure, my foreclosure. And I'm getting loan. I'm getting money with a good starter teaser rate. Wow, fantastic. And I've already used it and paid it off, and used it again and paid it off because I want to keep doing that, right? Help. It's their system, their credit system. Oh, God, might as well use it. So there was my first taste of someone who should have never got another credit card because the foreclosure hasn't even gone through, hasn't even been approved. It's still on the record as you've missed a million payments. A million months have gone by and you've missed these massive mortgage. That's what we're looking like on the credit report. So these little electric bill, small credit card bill, that's a drop in an ocean as far as credit's concerned when the mortgage isn't being paid yet approved. Everyone's approved, including jsnip4. So that, my friends, is a jsnip4 loan. The new jsnip4 mortgages, they call them the zero down uh, friends and family mortgage, which is exactly what I was talking about. So here it is. Took a few years to get here, but I did say it would happen. They're going to have to lend to people who they normally wouldn't lend to. So here we go. Without any further more ado, here we go. Or without further ado, I should say. See if I can talk right this morning. Ripping straight from the pages of the Those Who Failed to Learn from the History Are Doomed, period, book of centrally planned desperation to maintain American dream wealth by unsustainability levitating home prices, the government's bankruptcy mortgage guarantors have just announced home-ready mortgages, also known as the jsnip4 mortgage. These so-called enhanced affordable lending products provided by the U.S. taxpayer. Thanks, U.S. taxpayer. Appreciate that. I'm going to give my thanks now. Thank you. Provided by the U.S. taxpayer enable 97% plus loan-to-value loans to borrowers based not on their income, which is too low, but on non-borrowers like extended family or even children. Whatever it takes to maintain the illusion of normalcy and hand out more money, just reach peak Einsteinian insanity. In the latest offering letter from Home Ready Mortgages, Fannie Mae offers what it calls innovative, underwriting flexibility. Offers an innovative new feature that supports extended family households. Will consider income from a non-borrower household member. That would be me if my wife goes and applies. You following me? She's got great credit. I've got the money. She's got the credit. She stay at home, teaches the kids. I go and work. So money, terrible credit. Great credit, no money. That normally used to not work. They will now consider income from a non-borrower household member, wife, as a compensating factor in DU to allow for a debt to income or DTI ratio of 45% less greater than 45 to 50%. And let me tell you something about our debt to income ratio. It's great. Well, the income to debt ratio, I should say, is great. We don't have a whole lot of debt at all. Matter of fact, them credit cards about to be paid off in full in about, I would say, a month, but we recently had a cat injury that cost $1,000 because the cat's tail got nearly ripped off by my kid closing the door on it on accident. So that's going to push me back an additional month. So we're going to go with 2 months on that one. And then the only payment that we will have that we owe is probably what, $3,500 in the car? $3,500 minivan payment. Not payment, but that's what we owe on it. It's actually, she says less than that. So our debt and income ratio is fantastic. Fannie Mae, we might be signing up here shortly. Permits rental income. Okay, so for second one, allows non-occupant borrowers such as a parent. Well, I'm above that because I do have a occupant, my wife. Permits rental income from an accessory dwelling unit, such as a basement apartment or a mother-in-law suite in the house. You could actually pull income out of that and use that towards your income, and that counts in the house you're going to buy, I guess. Okay. allows border income. And it says updated guidelines provide documentation flexibility. I think he meant broader, maybe broader, border income, broader income. In other words, we don't have to look at everything, just if the numbers kind of work. Didn't that sound familiar? No docs, no doc signing, no doc background checks, not just you're approved. This is this repeating again from 2008 with a bonus cherry on top? That being the jsnip4 ability loan, guy like me to go get a house. My foreclosure isn't even fully through yet. I've done the settlement. I signed off. I'm still waiting for the final stamp from the courthouse and whatever to say, yep, it's done. Then I get my settlement check from the bank, and I've got 120 days from that time to go find a place to rent, or maybe have the wife apply for a mortgage. Fannie, listen, Fannie, yeah, it's Fannie. I need to speak to Fannie. No, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to talk to lower tier. I want to talk to Fannie. Is Fannie Mae around? Listen, Fannie, my name's jsnip4. Had a little problem with the bank. Got a foreclosure. Got a settlement, but it still is a foreclosure. I just heard about your new home ready mortgages. This guy. Oh, you already heard about me. You've already heard about this because people are calling it a jsnip4 mortgage when they need to be calling it a home remedy. Wow. I guess I've reached quite a few people. Listen, I just want to, am I approved? Since I'm sending you a nugget of people to come to you? Other low lifes like me or jabronis like me? Down in our luck? Anyone else? Not that I was down on my luck. I fought the bank. And the bank didn't want to fight no more. No. Oh, you want to put us on a deposition? Yeah, actually we do. Instant. Boom. Settlement offer. We don't want to do that. Settlement offer. That's funny. My lawyer said that would happen. As soon as we fired that reply, we want to do a deposition. He said they're going to balk and they're not going to want to do it. And they offered a sizable, the largest one he's ever seen, dealing with all of his clients, he said, to date, settlement offer. I thought myself at the time, we've been wanting to get out of this house for a while. It's too small. We've got kids now, 3 kids, 2 adults, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's time to move on up. Moving on up to the east side, any side. Okay. So let me continue reading. This is a great, I love this. This is fantastic. Something that I predicted would happen, thinking I know where this is going to lead to, actually happens. I didn't need the web bot to tell me about this or anything else. I chalk one off for myself. Good job, jsnip, from a few years ago, because you could have failed on that one, but you didn't. Good job, buddy. So in other words, as CARE 11 tries to defend, quote, it could be a credit problem. Check, that's me. It could be an income problem. Not check, I'm good there. It could be an employment history problem. Nope, good there. It could be a debt ratio problem. Nope, real good there. There are a number of things that can affect a person's situation, said Chris O'Connell, a licensed mortgage officer with Nations Reliable Lending in Edna. So I only have one checkbox. Man, things are looking good already. Mortgage giant Fannie Mae recognizes these hardships. So those are all the hardships that lead to good credit, bad credit. Not liking that. Mortgage giant Fannie Mae recognizes these hardships and in a response will soon offer a new kind of mortgage with new rules. Who would have ever thought? I did. You can't have a system designed to lend people money and crushing their credit rating so that they can't get lent money anymore and call that sustainable. It's not that I was some kind of genius. I'm simple math. I've got 2 of these things. And if I add 2 more, I have 4. It's pretty simple. Home Ready will consider incomes from others planning to live in the house without being a borrower on the loan. They will consider the income from the person who's not the borrower planning to live in the house without being the borrower on the. I definitely plan on living in that house, and I'm not going to be the borrower, but my income can be counted. Who would have ever thought? This means if you live with your parents, siblings, working children, or maybe a roommate, as long as they make 30% of the household income, Fannie Mae will include their money to help you qualify for a loan. As long as they make 30%. How about if I make 100%? Wonder if I'll be approved. Or if the spouse in this case needs to earn any kind of money just to be on there with some kind of income. But according to those documents, it said that they really don't need to look at all that. But if they do, I can go right into my YouTube account, AdSense. Remember the other day I told you September and October I made enough money thanks to you guys when those video ads come up on my videos, and when people watch them or whatever. I guess I don't know what the ratio or the rule is of, if you hit skip, if you watch half of it or watch the whole. I have no idea about that. But all I know is these video ads give me 55% of whatever revenue is generated, and 45%, supposedly, that's what YouTube says. I believe them. And I thought, oh my God, I can actually pay my rent or a mortgage with what I made in September and in October each month. Holy crap, I never thought in all these years of doing these videos that could happen. I was just doing this to wake people up and to inform people what's going on. Then they offered that, and I said, let me try it, and I started making a little bit of money. Now, the last 2 months, I made enough to actually make a payment on, a rental payment or a mortgage. So bear with me. I could go into my YouTube account. My wife already has an AdSense account, which is the one that goes through Google to get you paid. All I got to do is hit monetization. Yep. Switch account, her account, and then all the time I log in to see how much money I made in the month or week or whatever through these ads, it's now going to her, and it goes on her, tax return or whatever, which means she now has an income. Not a lot, but there's an income. And again, I'll be the lion's share winner for my job, right? This could work. Or we might find out I don't even have to do that. Oh, your husband makes plenty of money to pay for the mortgage, so we'll just give it to you, your credit, your history, but since we're married, that's even more power, right? Not just like her mom's coming in to, pay, or a daughter, which couldn't be possible because they're 9 years old and 6 years old. So this means if you live with your parents, siblings, working children, or maybe roommate, as long as they make 30% of the household income, Fannie will include their money to help you qualify for a loan. These are being called non-borrowers by Fannie Mae. Non-borrower-backed mortgages? Also, non-occupants of the home can add further income to the mortgage. They'll be included too if you need to. Mom, Dad, I can't do that. Dad's, Mom, especially not paying rent at my sister's house. It's a bad situation. Yeah, I don't need to ask them for the money, but I'm in a good position in my life with my job. Even forget YouTube, just my job alone. I'm in a pretty good position there, financially and everything. So I don't have to go down that avenue. Thank God, because I'd hate to have them on something like this and then bad luck strikes. Now they're in trouble with their credit or whatever, and that kind of thing. Also, non-occupants of the home can add further income to the mortgage. Perhaps parents living elsewhere but willing to help pay the loan. Quote, the typical household has changed now. It's not the household we used to know 20 years ago because there's a lot of extended family. Parents are living with the family, children are staying home longer, and it allows you to consider their income too, said Tulsi. But it gets even better. But wait, there's more. If you don't have the down payment of 3% or less of the home's value, then there's a solution for you too. Flexible sources of funds can be used for the down payment and closing costs with no minimum contribution required from the borrower's own funds. Gifts, grants, community seconds, and cash on hand permitted as a source of funds for down payment and closing costs. And what is a community second? We hear you cry? Well, an alternative financing option for low and moderate income households under which an investor purchases a first mortgage that has a subsidized second mortgage behind it. The second mortgage may be issued by a state, county, or local housing agency, foundation, or nonprofit organization. Payment on the second mortgage is often deferred and carries a very low interest rate, or no interest rate at all. So to sum it up, if you don't have any savings, the government will give you some to use as a down payment. which, as long as you stay poor, will be forgiven over time. And then the government will allow you to borrow 97% of the value of the home on the basis not of your income and ability to pay, but of any ragtag bunch of friends, family, or pets you can gather under your new roof, and all subsidized by the good old U.S. taxpayer for your own good. And why are they doing this? Aside from the obvious desperation to keep home prices higher via unsustainable demand, simple, because it's fair. It is everyone's right, no matter how poor, how uncreditworthy, how underemployed, how much of a drag on the rest of society, or how ignorant, to leverage themselves at the U.S. taxpayers' dimes uh, at 30 to 40 to 1 into record high U.S. home prices as they explain themselves, aligned with Fannie Mae's regulatory housing goals, and may help lenders meet applicable Community Reinvestment Act goals. So do not claim, when this all goes utterly pear-shaped, that this was not the government's doing, because it was and it is. To torture you with an analogy to death, give a nation just enough rope and it will drown itself in generational debt servitude. Or perhaps that was or is the plan all along. Certainly makes it easy to vote for the party with all the handouts, doesn't it? So I may sign up for the first jsnip4. I'll be the first in line for the new jsnip4 loan. Home Ready Mortgages by jsnip4. I'm going to ask you, whenever you guys play commercials on TV about these new mortgages, and you say that word like such and such, such and such, such and such, Home Ready Mortgages, can you just add like in a female voice, by jsnip? Could you just do that for me? Today we're going to announce our new Home Ready Mortgages by jsnip. That just sounds great. And I'll be like the Jared, what's his name, bozo child molester in front of a Subway spokesperson. Uh, Not only am I a uncreditworthy person, but I'm also a mortgage lender myself. Paid non-bozo spokesperson, jsnip4. So, anyways, it's so interesting to see this happening right in front of my face. I'll be honest, I didn't know it'd be here quite this soon. I thought the house prices would at least unravel first, but then again, this makes sense. They don't want them to unravel. They can't have that happen. They got to keep it where they are. They don't want that. That's a huge loss, which causes other houses right. The whole market starts to lose value. Nope. Keep the prices pumped up here. The rates are still low. Let's just keep it. Do whatever we have to do to keep this little train going. This little, not really a train. It's more like the tricycle I was telling you about at Costco. Oh, keep the tricycle going, and it's starting to slowing down. Come on, up. New. What's that? Nope. New Fannie Mae. Up. Speed back up. New Fannie Mae. Up. What about documents? Do I need documents? Nope. Up. Speed back up. How about income? Do I have to show income? Nope. Anyone's approved. Okay. Yep. All right. Back trucking again. We're good. This is called a banana republic. And I just want to quickly end this video. I know something funny. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to capture this screen. Give me 1 second. Get rid of that. You just have to see this for yourself. I don't want to say it and have you have to, believe me. Not that I've ever had to lie to you guys. I try to be as honest, like old Honest Abe, Honest J Snip. Google search engine knows the most searched for terms, obviously, because it's going through its search engine. So if you start to type something and it autofills for you, it knows that there's a whole bunch of people who are probably typing the same thing, therefore it's going to give you that as the first choice. And I said, I'm going to type in the word Banana Republic. And as you'll see, but I only type B-A-N-A. B-A-N-A. Banana Republic. First choice. Thanks, Google. I wonder if other people are searching for that term. Now, you would think, oh, well, that's because it's this first clothing store. And it might be. But let's scroll down just a little bit. Where is up? Gap sales fall 9% in November on poor showing up by Banana Republic. Come on, man, it's a Gap store. Okay, so this is not. This is what we want down here. Banana Republic. Coined by the American author O. Henry in his 1904 book of short stories, Cabbages and Kings, set in a fictional fake Anchuria, which was based on his 1896 to 97 stay in Honduras. Banana Republic, plural, a small country, especially one in Central America or the West Indies, that is dependent on a single export commodity, traditionally bananas, and that has a corrupt dictatorial government. So jsnip4 has an issue here. And the issue is, as I was typing banana and then Republic comes up, my mind isn't thinking of the stupid store. My mind is thinking of America being more and more and more so-called Banana Republic because of its policies. Government, rotten bastards who are for the big banker Wall Street Club. So as I'm typing, I'm thinking, what are the chances Banana Republic is showing up as I'm typing BANA? Oh my God. And then it dawns on me after I hit the results. Oh, Banana Republic, the store. So that's probably why Google showed it as the first choice. I'm thinking, oh my God, is there that many people referring to America as a Banana Republic? So just to do a little live test with you again while I'm in, but trying to end this video, but I can't help myself sometimes. We're gonna add America. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Google America Banana Republic. I'm gonna start typing that America Banana up BANA instantly. Banana Republic comes up. Out of all the words BANA, maybe there's not a whole lot to be chosen from, but how about America Banana or Bananas? Or again, are we going to find America and Banana Republic are referring to the stupid retail store again? And I realized the only thing that comes up now is the map of such stores, but then right away, as far as the results go, still on 10 ways America has come to resemble a Banana Republic. Next one, Banana Republic. We already read that one. Next one, the U.S. on the verge of becoming Banana Republic. All right, so you see some of these dates here, 2013, 2013, 2014, 2014, right? So when you type in the country, America and Banana Republic, as far as the web is concerned, the first few choices are about America becoming a Banana Republic. So again, I'm left wondering, Google, when I first typed the word Banana Republic, did you really mean to send me the stores? Or is it because a lot of people are searching for the word, what the hell is a Banana Republic? Because I keep hearing about my country turning into a Banana Republic. So they just type in the short, simple phrase, Banana Republic. But when I add America to the front, as you just saw, it has us listed in the first few results as being entering Banana Republic territory. So just wanted to share that with you. Anyone with bad credit, hey, don't worry about it. Bad credit, no credit, everybody's approved. By jsnip.